May I request all of you to please put your hands together and extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Prabhakar Venugopal, Regional Director, West, Hitachi Vantara. A round of applause as he steps forward, please.
Good afternoon. It's wonderful to be in front of customers and potential customers after maybe 2.5 years, and that too without mask. We had one session probably 6 months ago, but that was all masked up. Nice to see the faces from here, and thanks ET for this opportunity to be in front of this elite audience here. One good thing is this presentation is not going to be a longer one. Right? This will end probably in 10 minutes. Short and sweet. Before I start, I just wanted to ask the audience here, how many of you have heard about this name Hitachi Vantara before? Okay, I see maybe 20%. Probably would have heard us more as Hitachi Data Systems, HDS. Hitachi Vantara is what we call ourselves for the last 3 to 4 years. This is an amalgamation of our erstwhile storage only focused company into an infrastructure plus cloud focus. In the next probably 10 minutes, I'll take you through what we do as a company and how we try to help customers like you worldwide. Okay, Hitachi Vantara is a 12,000 plus employee organization across the world. In India, 3,000 people, and most of them are helping customers across the world. We have a delivery center, and these are people who are skilled, and they serve customers either on the cloud experience or in the digital transformation journey, and they are all based in India. One good thing is, since they are based in India, they are better served to help you in this country. Number two is, who are the customers? Hitachi has been in this infrastructure and IT field for more than 40 plus years now. 9 out of 10 banks worldwide run on Hitachi infrastructure. India is not an exception. You may not see many logos of India here, mainly because of NDA. We adhere to the customers' NDA here. 9 of the 10 top banks in India run on Hitachi infrastructure. And one good thing that we provide to our customer is something called as a data availability guarantee, which means any data that resides in a Hitachi infrastructure, that data doesn't get lost, right? That's peace of mind for our customers, and that's what we do for our customers. And we have a long track record. We have customers who are with us for the last 20 plus years in India. This includes public sector banks, private sector banks, stock exchanges, so on and so forth. I've just taken one example of Rabobank, because this is something that we could discuss with customers. We have an explicit go ahead from the customer. And what we did for Rabobank, we can do for any bank in India. We have worked with them on 2 fields. One, it's from the compliance perspective. I'm sure you're all doing the same thing or somewhere closer to the same thing, which is they have data sitting in various buckets, but they need to ensure that they are adhering to all the compliance requirements, which means they keep the data which need to be kept for X plus years, and also they need to purge data which need to be purged when a customer walks out, right? That architecture is not easy to do. We implemented that for Rabobank. There is a case study of that that's available in the kiosk outside. In case anybody is interested, we can share this with you. And the same thing we have done for 2 large banks in India. We have implemented this for them here, and this has been there for the last 4 to 5 years. Number 2, we also help them to move to cloud, right? Banks, in a way, are not the first to move to cloud worldwide. India is not an exception because of the compliance requirement and the regulators requirement. We work with this customer from a legacy infrastructure on-prem onto a hybrid journey. We did that together with them and implemented that for them. That's something that we did for Rabobank, and we look forward to doing something like that for customers here. So these are the things that we do as a company. Now, what is Hitachi Vantara's pitch to you today? From morning, we have been hearing about data. I heard about data richness in the discussion in the panel before. Now, if you look at it, today customers are not happy with being data rich. I'm sure every bank today is a petabyte plus from a data perspective, and they are sitting in multiple places. They are sitting in the edge, they are sitting in the core, they are sitting in the cloud. Data is everywhere, but people are looking at, okay, I have data, but I want to be data driven. No point in saying, yeah, I have all the data in one place, but I need to be data driven. How does it help for someone to be data driven, right? If you look at multiple segments within a company's organization, first thing is in a customer engagement, a data driven organization moves from having a customer engagement to improving on customer experience. We heard that in at least 2 panels today. We heard from leaders in this field sharing their experiences on how they are improving the customer experience. That can happen if you are data driven. Same way, these companies, when they are doing products, they ensure that the products are built around data driven architecture. The operations and supply chain are getting optimized, and their IT infrastructure, if you look at it, it's getting automated and it's getting optimized. And from a engagement on the ecosystem across, it is a connected ecosystem that we can have if it is data driven. So it is very logical that every company which is having a lot of data would need to move into a data driven setup that is looking to be a logical one. Everybody should be doing it. Is it happening? The answer is no. And what is stopping enterprises from moving into that space? What I am listing here are 5 challenges. I am sure from your experience you will have your own challenges and you can add to this, but these are the 5 that we have observed with Fortune 2000 companies across the world. The 5 are, the first one is everybody wants to move to the cloud, whether it is private cloud, whether it is hybrid cloud, or it is a multi-cloud setup, but it is a difficult thing to go ahead and do. You have to modernize all your applications, you have to modernize your infrastructure, you need to ensure that you have the right people and resources which can take the data there, and you also need to keep a tab on cost, because we have seen early customers who move to cloud assuming that it is a cheaper alternative, but then they realize that it is not that cost effective compared to what they were doing before. Number 2, data is everywhere. As I spoke, today data is not only sitting within the data center, it is not only the database, the Oracle database or any other database that we have within the data center. Today data is across. It is at the edge, core, and it is also there in the cloud. So bringing them all together, it's not an easy task. The third one, very interesting one, is today we expect every company, whether it is a bank, whether it's an insurance company, whether it's a stock exchange, to behave like a software company. Everybody need to know, you know what, I want to understand what is SecOps. I want to know what is DevOps. They need to learn. That's not easy, because for so many years, possibly decades, people have been trained in a different way, and suddenly you are expecting them to deliver things in a very different format, and the right experience may not exist within that particular organization. The fourth one, which is leading from this third point, is the resource shortage. The skill set that is required to deliver this with confidence may not exist within an organization. People want to hire good people, but talent is few and far. So there is a competition to hire talent and retain talent. And the last one is the legacy infrastructure, more prevalent in banking environment than anywhere else. I don't want to call it out, but applications like core banking are taking time to move to this new way. It's going to happen. I met up with some of the leading banks in India, and they are in the job of ensuring that core banking is getting converted into microservices, and it will also move into this new architecture. It will move into Kubernetes, things like that. But it's going to take some time. But there is pressure on the organizations to move there. So what we do in Hitachi Vantara is to try to solve these 5 challenges for our customers. That is the pitch of what Hitachi Vantara does for a living. And how we do that is across 3 pillars, right? The first one is we are trying to modernize the core of our customer organization. What we do here is we help our customers to modernize the infrastructure, whether they are on a 3-tier architecture, whether they are having legacy infra. We help them to move to the desired architecture to move forward. For that, we provide them, as I mentioned, infrastructure which is almost fault tolerant, 100% data availability guarantee, modern, so that they can choose the way they want to move forward. Number two, we also help our customers to modernize their application. We have platforms which help customers to move into the architecture which is today more cloud friendly, if I may call it that way. We have people who can help you to do that. That's the first part. The second part is optimizing the data fabric. What I mean by that is today data is at multiple silos and they are in different repositories. We help banks, we help the insurance companies to get this data in a way where it can be seen as a unified, sorry, I'm shifting here. So you can see this as a unified view, and we help in analytics. We have software. With that, we can do a meaningful search and ensure that the data is presented to the right stakeholders and not from others, and retained at the right time. So that is the second thing that we do. The third one is an interesting one where we help customer in engineering the outcome. It's more like consulting, but the benefit that we bring in is Hitachi Vantara is part of the large Hitachi conglomerate. It is an $80 billion conglomerate with 800 plus companies. Hitachi also runs a bank in Japan. So we have domain expertise which is available there, and we have created a verticalized solution for our customers. So if there is anything that we can do to help you to move in any of those verticals faster, we can help you to do that. So as I mentioned, Hitachi is at the core center of the Hitachi group, and our IT comes with the experience of industry talent here. Number two, apart from that, we also have hired with the right partners. Whether it's the cloud partners like Azure, Google, or AWS, with whom we are premium partners. You talk about infrastructure partners, software, alliances, everything is in place to ensure that you get a solution which caters to all your needs. Analysts are rated as fantastic, right? Whether it is Gartner, whether it is IDC, Home, you look at that, we are there in the leader quadrant or we are there in the visionary quadrant in almost all relevant fields for our customers, whether it is the storage space, compute space, IoT, you think about anything, and we are there in the right quadrant to help our customers. And to summarize what we do, cutting across those three pillars, from the digital core to the data fabric to the data-driven outcome, we can help you in your journey. And probably we can start from the bottom, which is the digital infrastructure and operations, app modernization or cloud operations, and we can move upward. While we talk about this cloud operation, we help our customers who are already there in the cloud to optimize their cost structure and the way they operate. Right? And if I try to summarize my total presentation, this is my last slide, by the way. There are 6 points that I'd like to highlight on why Hitachi Vantara, right? Hitachi has been there as a globally known brand for 100 plus years, and Hitachi Vantara is in India and in IT for 40 plus years, serving customers and serving them repeatedly for multiple decades. And number 3, I spoke about it. The data that resides in Hitachi resides without a data loss issue for the customer, 100% data availability guarantee. And the portfolio that we offer, it's not like a point portfolio. We help you in your complete requirement. We have seen that with banks and in insurance companies in India. Their solution is, they need a solution which is comprehensive. We can do that from infrastructure to the application sphere. And wherever you are there in your cloud journey, we can help you in your hybrid cloud journey. And finally, in case you want us to structure the whole thing as clear as you grow like a cloud model, even though it is on-prem, we can do that. You can pay, for example, on every terabyte that is being utilized by you on a monthly basis. Same thing for every compute power on a monthly basis. Those are all things that we can do from our side. And that's the last slide. And thank you so much. My name is Prabhakar Venugopal. I am reachable at prabhakar.venugopal@hitachivantara.com. I am based in Mumbai. If you have any questions, I'll be more than happy. Anybody wants to place a PO, I'll be more happy. So, yeah. That silence was a little scary, but Thank you.